Hello brothers and welcome back to another video. So here we go, strap yourselves in. New Grey Knight rules. We have the preview of Ritual of the Damned. So let's jump in, let's go through it all, discuss what they get, because it's actually looking pretty nice. Just like all these articles, they start with who are, what we're actually talking about. So who are the Grey Knights? It says the founding of the Grey Knights remains shrouded in mystery. All that is really known is that they are the chamber militant of the Ordo Malleus, dedicated to fighting demons of chaos. They don't just purge the physical manifestation of the Dark God, though. They also have a more solemn duty, for they must eradicate any who have witnessed a demonic incursion to ensure that those exposed to the taint of chaos cannot spread the corruption. Well, I think that's more or less going out the window with this massive great rift that is spiraling across the galaxy right there. I think it's going to be kind of hard to try and keep that, or well, let's say try and keep the lid on that whole situation going at the moment. Anyway, we don't really care about that fango dango lore stuff. We're here for the rules. This is what we want. Are Grey Knights good? Are they going to be good? Are they going to be the killers? Are they going to up their game to become better than the rest? So, instantly reading this, they get something called Tides. Now, Tides is basically combat doctrines, but not combat doctrines. It's their combat doctrines, more psyker based. So you can select different type of tides depending on what you want to do. In the background now, we're actually seeing the tide. So Tide of Fury, raw forceful energy fills the Grey Knight's muscles, strengthening their blows. Whilst this tide is dominant, when resolving an attack made with a nemesis weapon by an infantry model with this ability, you can re-roll a wound roll of 1. So, you know, lieutenants and stuff, okay? Tide of Convergence, the focused energy is bound within the Grey Knight's psi weaponry, attuned with the currents of the Imperium. Whilst this tide is dominant, add 1 to the strength and damage characteristics for psi weapons that infantry model with this ability are equipped with. That's nice. I like that. Plus 1 strength and 1 damage. Oh boy, yes. And anything like that really gets me hyped. Moving on, Tide of Shadows. The Psykers reef their forms in ever-shifting maelstrom of the Immaterium. Whilst this tide is dominant, a unit with this ability receives the benefit of cover to its saving throw, even while it's not entirely on or within a terrain feature. When resolving an attack made with a ranged weapon against a unit with this ability, while it's entirely on or within a terrain feature, subtract 1 from the hit roll. I wonder if that counts against Imperial Fists, because we ignore cover. So if they're gonna have that tide, does that just negate the Imperial Fist, or does this Imperial Fist go, okay, yeah, you can hide in the shadows, it doesn't matter. No matter what, we ignore cover. So for you to say, hey, we're using our magic to be in cover, does we just go, okay, no problem, bro, we can still shoot through it because we are the glorious sons of Rogo Dawn? That's, yeah. If someone can clear that up for me, that would be greatly appreciated in the comment section. And the next one is Tide of Escalation. The rolling tides of the warp swell and heave, boosting the psychic powers. Whilst this tide is dominant, when a unit with this ability and the Rites of Banishment ability manifests the Smite psychic power and it is not resisted, that power inflicts 1 additional mortal wound on its target. That's good. I like that. That's really, really good. I personally think that mortal wounds should be more frequently given to the Grey Knights, because that is smite everything, get out of here, demons, and stuff like that. That I personally think that's where their main punishment should come from as an army. But again, that is just my opinion. Goes into a little bit more detail about the tides. It says you can change the active tide by using the warp shaping psychic power, one of 6 new powers included in Ritual of the Damned as part of the Dominus discipline, which Grey Knight Psykers can choose from instead of picking from the Santic discipline. Okay. Along with giving you the power to change your tide of the warp, you can also select Imperium Domination to add to your pool of command points. And we have Imperium Domination here. It says, through the immense mental fortitude, the Psyker is able to stare directly into the rolling chaos of the warp, discreting what is what will be in order to gain an increased strategic awareness on the battlefield. And it says Imperium Domination has a warp charge value of 7. If manifested, you gain 1 command point. So, okay, it's just a kind of an easy way just to get an additional command point for your force. And next we have a look at a stratagem, 1 command point, Empiric Surge. So not Empiric Domination, Empiric Surge. It says use this stratagem in your psychic phase after a Grey Knight Psyker unit from your army has manifested a psychic power until the end of that phase. When a psychic test is taken for a friendly Grey Knight Psyker unit within 6 inches of that unit, add 1 to the total. Okay, that's pretty decent, 1 command point. You know, if you're bubbling your Psykers, it may be actually worth it. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The one I really like though, the one I think is fantastic, and it's making me kind of dribble with excitement. The bit of the lore, it says, with Magnus and his sons flinging around psychic powers left, right, and center, you can take a new relic, the Stave of Supremacy, to punish them. Now listen to this. The Stave of Supremacy, it says, model with a Nemesis warding stave only. When a psychic test is taken for an enemy model within 18 inches of a model with this relic, that enemy model suffers perils of the warp on any rolls of a double. I absolutely bloody love that. So if you have this relic, and let's just say you're aggressive and you march up the field and you're going against the Thousand Suns, if they're all doing that, I'll cast Smite, I'll do this psychic power, and they're rolling any doubles, it's perils of the warp on that model. And do you know what? My friends always roll doubles, but never double sixes or never double ones, and I hate it. And if I was to have this, I'd definitely include it just for this sheer banter and lols of saying, yeah, go on, roll doubles, roll double twos, roll double threes, fours, fives, just do it and watch me laugh in excitement as you purge yourself into the ground. And lastly, we have Grey Knight Litanies, Litanies of Purity. Ooh, something sounds very, very fancy. So, Retination of Projection is this one. It says, if this litany is inspiring, select 1 friendly Grey Knight unit within 6 inches of the model, add 6 to the range of that characteristics of bolt weapons and psi weapon models in that unit are equipped with. That could be pretty cool, you know, if you want to bring some Daka down on some things. Yeah, I like that. Hopefully they'll have more kind of Psyker-esque ones, I don't know, like Inspire, maybe even even powering Smite up a bit more. I'm probably tripping over my words there, I'm all excited. Grey Knight's looking good from this. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'll have to see the full preview and see where they actually go with it, and see if, when we get the book in front of us and or everything adding up together. But for now, it's looking good. I admit it is looking good. I like the tides. Maybe they could be a bit stronger in certain areas. I think maybe adding 2 strength and 1 damage characteristic could be pretty good. Good for the tide of convergence. The shadow one as an Imperial Fist played again. If you can help me out with that, I might just go ignore that as an Imperial Fist. But rerolls are always welcome from everything. And Tide of Escalation with Smite and stuff. Maybe inflicts 2 extra damage, but maybe that would be just a bit broken because with the amount of smites you can do for Grey Knights. But hey, like I said, it's looking good. It is looking good, but to really see everything, the full picture, we have to have the Ritual of the Damned book, which should become, the pre-orders are coming this Saturday, and it's going to be released next Saturday. And quickly, just on the note of pre-orders, I have the price list now of the stuff for the pre-orders, which is going to be, so Psychic Awakening Ritual of the Damned is going to be £25. Dark Angel Master Lazarus is going to be £25. The Adeptus Sororitas Exorcist is going to be £50. Adeptus Sororitas Pennant Engines are going to be £35. Adeptus Sororitas Arco Flagellants are going to be £30. Adeptus Sororitas Junif Eritia, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. That's the one with the little bird kind of mount. £27.50, which I was expecting that to be around the 40-ish mark. Adeptus Sororitas Hospitilla is £22.50, and there's some Black Library books there. Gaunt's Ghost, $8.99, and Vaults of Terror, softcover in $8.99 for those of you interested in that. But there we go. Some nice price things to finish off the video with. Alright, Chaperonios, that is me done for another video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. As always, tomorrow is going to be the Thousand Sun preview. I wonder what kind of psychic stuff they get. Is it just going to be Smite, throwing at Smite and ripping people apart, the psychic powers of the Grey Knights versus the Thousand Suns? And I wonder how the Dark Angels are going to slide in, and what kind of limelight they're going to take. That should be Wednesday as well. Again, I'll do videos for all of these, go over it all, give my thoughts, feedback and everything as normal. Of course, I would like to get your thoughts and feedback. Grey Knight players, is this good enough, or is it looking a bit meh? let me know in the comment section down below. We can have a nice little healthy discussion about it down there. Thank you for coming for once again. Have a great night. See you now, and bye-bye.